Welcome back from the commercial break. We played you two songs from our guests, and they're already seated on the table of life. Now, today on the table of life, we are having this discussion. I think we've had this discussion with the secular artists, and it's very good that we are having it with the gospel artists as well. Events, gospel events, what goes into it? I mean, the last time we had the other secular artists on here, they really told us a lot that goes into secular events, and we want to find out whether if they face the same challenges that the secular artists also go through. And so we have KOFI OWUSU PEPRAH. Desi said it that, I mean, he's not new to this table. He is a gospel artist, gospel musician, and yeah, you heard what we played for you. Unkuto, now say yes. And then gospel reggae artist like NAT ABBEY. He is a gospel reggae artist and giving us reggae songs. I mean, if you were in the world and used to love reggae songs and you cannot, let go, listen to NAT ABBEY. I mean, he has the best gospel reggae and he's seated right here with us. I mean, good people to have this particular conversation because they've been hosting events, gospel events, so I can't wait for the insights they are going to lay on the table of life on this particular topic. What goes into gospel events? Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are from the Greater Works.
Yeah.
Another huge event.
Yeah.
Very, very big. That it gets people talking all the time.
I saw the morning session. I was like, hey, what I
I didn't know. I didn't know. That was the first question I asked. Like, I didn't even know that morning too. But let's look at gospel events. What goes into it? Especially the whole starting from scratch, deciding, okay, I want to have this event. I'm asking especially because of how it's always free. And on this table, we don't agree that gospel events are free. So, KOFI, let me start with you, please.
Thank you very much, and once again, thank you to you. That's with Clara from OWUSU Spiritual. Have a word from the one who has called you. Declared.
Okay.
Clearance. And you as an artist want to, you would know that for yourself.
Yeah, so KOFI, you'd continue. Sorry to cut in. We'd have to sort out something real quick. But Harriet, so let me just switch to Nat, right?
Yeah.
This is your first time here on the table, so you probably want to let us know what you've been doing over the years, like your music and all that, before we get into the organizing events proper.
Okay, thank you so much, and good afternoon to all your listeners as well. I've been doing gospel reggae, I think, since 2011.
2011?
Yes.
12 years?
Yeah.
Oh, macho.
And I think before we came on the table, I was talking to KOFI when I decided to go into reggae. A man of God told me that you are falling, you have deviated. What should I say? Yeah, because it is believed that reggae is for the secular, reggae is the world and all that. So I think that the challenge even was set rolling before I even started. And also because it has not been done before. A gospel reggae night had never been done before, as at the time I was doing it. So it came with a whole lot of challenges. But when you hear from God and you have clearance from God, He gives you a provision because there's a vision.
Okay.
And so when God speaks to you, He gives you the things that you need for the vision.
Okay.
So if you want clarity and you want to really understand and you really want to, sometimes the money may not come immediately, but then for clarity and for inner peace within you, once you know you've heard from God, because I was in the UK and I didn't want to come. But then when God spoke to me, leave and come.
God told you to come?
Yes, leave and come.
Ghana.
Yeah, so leave and come. It means you have to leave everything. And so it's very difficult, especially if you've not heard from God and you just want to go by what other people are saying. And over the years, I think we've won some awards. We've had gospel reggae nights at the Junction Mall every year since we started. And God has been faithful, and that is why we are always grateful. And so, I mean, there has been collaboration, myself and Jometo, myself and Akesi, and a lot of people. I mean, great music. So I think that, as KOFI said, you need clearance from God. Has He sent you? That is most important. Because if you compare yourself with somebody and the person decides, I'm not doing it again, what becomes of you? But if you hear clearly from God in the light and you go through the night, you would definitely hold on there. You will not throw it in the towel. You will not give up. So I think that clarity, I mean, God has been so good. We've done a couple of tours, we've traveled, by God's grace. Those things are just the SSS. But the most important thing is knowing God, having clarity for the vision, and then knowing where you are going.
Amazing.
Okay, so does having clarity from God spare you the challenges that comes with hosting events? You start and then KOFI will
No, not at all. Not at all. He said that I will bless you with persecution. The blessing of the Lord it cannot be fulfilled without persecution. He said, I will lay a table before you in the presence of your enemies. So it means that it's even your enemies, that the number of enemies determine the longevity or the wideness of your table. So some enemies don't have to die. Some have to live to see the blessing of the Lord. He said, we are pressed but not crushed, persecuted, not abandoned, cast down but not destroyed. So you will be pressed. That is, in fact, that will be even the test of the fact that you've heard from God. Because if you have heard from God, the devil will come and ask, have God said? Just like he did in Genesis.
Yeah.
So you have to be sure that it's not your emotions, it is not your ability or your credence to become famous, but rather it is your ability to rest on God's promises and for you to trust God. So God will speak to you, but you must now ask yourself, do I want to obey? Obedience is very important.
Is it?
But KOFI,
Yeah.
so you also hear from God, right?
We have to.
But most of the times, drawing the link between hearing from God and your desires, they can be confusing because you can be passionate about the work of God and you might want to host an event to touch souls, but that is not what God wants for you.
Yeah,
but you feel that, okay, because you're so passionate about it, God wants you to do this. And sometimes, even though persecution happens and all that, when you constantly face trials and temptations, it's sometimes an indication that don't move ahead. God is trying to tell you that, no, the road is not smooth. Don't move ahead. So where do you draw the line? Your desires and your passions, and sometimes the challenges you go through.
Thank you. Simply put, this is how God dealt with me with regards to some of these things. One day I heard clearly that my call is not a call onto ambition, it's a call onto obedience. Simple as that. It was clear. I heard in when I call you, I don't call you to your ambition. I call you to obey me. Because where you're going, I've been there. I'm the Alpha and Omega. I've been to the end. You know, where you're going, I've been there. He says he knows the end from the beginning. So if he calls you, it's for your own good that you obey, because we don't see too much. We only see in part. You know, so you need to, and hearing God is something that you perfect with time.
Okay.
You know, you perfect with time. We have different, you know, ways of hearing from God. Some people through dreams, others they hear still small voice, others they see certain things reoccurring, and they know, no, when I see this occurring, I've heard this person tell me this in the morning. In the afternoon, he told me this, somebody told me something similar. No, this is how God speaks to me. So it differs, but you would have to, you know, practice it and also perfect it over time.
Okay.
But I mean, he was saying something about how, you know, once you have to face challenges, then you get to know that, okay, this indeed, you are called to do this and all that. But then we've had a few people who says that they've had their own event, they've had their own Christian journey with no challenges at all. Does it mean that they haven't been called? What really is it?
I beg to differ. Seriously beg to differ that if you hear from God, you won't find any challenges. Okay, so let me give you an example. God has given you food on the table, but you have to eat it. And eating it is effort. That's faith without works. That's not. So faith is spiritual, but works is practical and physical. And so until spirituality meets humanity, there's no fulfillment of destiny. So it's not possible that either you are fighting with yourself, ability to be able to work on your craft, or even your teamwork, or maybe not money. Maybe somebody is not struggling with money because probably it's already there. But then even the write-up, you have to make sure that it is in line with scriptures. There are certain songs that you bring out, you know that this one, the person was actually looking for something before. I get it. So the challenges are a bit, I mean, it's not really cast in stone that, it could be monetary. It may not be monetary, but I mean, I have not had anybody who say it's organizing an event and they've never had challenges. So, a stage designer may delay you, a light person may come late, they may step on your leg, you get a bit angry, you are going on stage, your mic is, somebody say, I'm now going to buy battery, and your team, somebody takes your instrumentalist to a gig, they are not coming for last rehearsal. Those challenges are all challenges. Maybe they are not really sitting down
to look at them as challenges.
So it's not possible.
When it comes to the gospel reggae night, what are some of the challenges you face? Even though you've been doing it for years now, what are some of the challenges that run through? Like every year, you are always facing this particular challenge.
The first thing is money.
The money.
And then the second is band. You know?
Band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you go feed your heroes. Sometimes the guys have their own mind. Sometimes they have their own mind. When you are looking at it from a more spiritual point, some of them will look at it from a more business point.
Is it bad that you look at it?
Yes, but it has to be balanced.
More business.
A balance, a false balance is an abomination before God. Everything has to be balanced. God is so spiritually physical. He understands the system of the world. He understands science. He understands mathematics. And yet he's so spiritually inclined than everybody. So the fact that you are spiritual doesn't mean that you shouldn't understand physical things. You understand?
So it will be quite confusing for us that money is a problem and you are also doing free shows.
Free.
Because, sometimes the calling puts a mandate on you and a directive. If God has not asked you to charge,
you wouldn't charge.
Yeah, because the truth is that I don't know how. Fine, okay, let me put myself into it. Let me just share my example. My first album, I sold my car to do it.
Right.
Okay.
God did not tell me to charge a gate fee. At the end of the day, I paid my bills.
Okay.
But was it enough?
I'm not doing that because I want to make money. I'm doing that because God has asked me to. The first album didn't break even. I was telling them behind stage, I've not broke even before. So what he does is rather, he raised pillars, he raised sponsors to help me. But the truth is that if I decide, because somebody is charging, I'm also going to charge. It may also be a deterrent.
Okay.
I may not get the people who would want to come for the event. Because at the end of the day, you are looking at lives being touched.
Yeah.
You're doing it at the mall. Right. It's an open space. Yeah. You are renting stage lights, and it's an open space. And for the past all these years, God is also testing you on your obedience and how well you are able to follow him even when you are not seeing monetary blessing.
Okay.
And for last year, fully paid stage, lights, sound. Everybody, it was paid by somebody.
Wow.
Those are some of the things that we're looking at.
But I wish Kofi could even tell us. Yes. Is it a sin? Is it that, God doesn't like it when, you take
because
money?
We've had this conversation here. Yes. The business aspect of gospel and all that.
Yeah. Is it so wrong?
The day I realized that, one of these days I sat down, I went to the social media platforms of all these wonderful gospel musicians chanting out spiritual songs to us. And then I saw for bookings, contact. For bookings, don't mind, for bookings.
Yes.
That's of course for bookings.
Yes.
I said, God, these people, they are the ones chanting out all the spiritual songs.
Right.
God told me that, okay, son, their motive, that's not their main motive, but money goes into what they do. So it's only expedient that when you call them, they take you through the processes, you know, but that's still, they give you some of the bill. You have to cater for some of the bill, you know.
Yeah.
But to end it, Nathan Abasi said something. He said that, you see, it's his level of consecration, which is peculiar to everybody, demands that he doesn't quote a psalm.
Oh.
His level of consecration, where God has taken him to. You know, so there's David would do something and God will pardon him. Ananias and Sapphira will do something small and they are dead. It's your level of consecration, what God demands for you in the time. Moses does something, God says you're not going to see the promised land. So you see, it's not absolute.
Yeah.
You see, but the bottom line is that it's not wrong, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. It's never wrong. Not because I put a fee on, because it can be free.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay.
But you know, when you go the free stuff every time, there's an issue of sponsorship.
Yes.
How then do you get these corporate companies to come and support you?
Exactly. So it all comes down to your faith. You know, if God has not told me to do it for free, I say, Nat is doing it for free. The guy looks holier than me.
That is where the problem is.
So
money is not bad.
So as we see here,
not at all.
You're tempted to feel, man, I have to do it for free, so because I'm the awkward one. You know, people watching me on TV say, yeah, he's the bad one.
Yeah. I feel sometimes it's not because like you are the bad one. Because when you're organizing these events, a lot goes into it. And it gets to a point you need help, you need support. And you have to make it lucrative for someone to also come and join. Yes. And that's why the corporate companies will be the best people to support.
Yes,
but then again, it goes back to the question, what are you doing to make it more attractive to them? So that if you decide after 10 years, after let's say you've done your show since 2011, and then 2025, 2020, come with me, you want to bring them on board. What have you done previously for them to feel that, oh, if I get my business on this, I'm going to benefit? What are you doing to show that, come with me in the future? It will be a lucrative business for them to come on board to support.
Yeah, so for the past 10 years, since 2011, we've been doing it. We've been creating visibility, we've been creating awareness, such that even when it's January, some people just asking, is reggae night happening? So I think that we are the first people to do the reggae night at Junction Mall.
Okay.
And because of that, they opened the avenue. So now Junction Mall partnered with us. They were not charging us for the venue.
Okay.
So they saw the essence of coming on board. And then last year, Event Boutique, which has the sound, stage, lights, LED, and everything. They saw what we have done over the years. Because what we do also is that when we finish, we go back to society to do a CSR, corporate social responsibility.
Okay.
So we go back, we go do projects. We've done orphanage projects, prison projects. We've gone to North to preach the gospel. We've done so many other things. So we touch that because a company only sponsors when there's a CSR.
Yeah.
I get me. So the CSR will give them the business, flexibility that, okay, they can add that to when they are doing their annual reports that we have sponsored these events, we have done this as well. So we saw that. So that also creates opportunity for businesses to see that. And also with respect to the free thing, it also depends on the venue. Because if you are doing an open space like a Junction Mall, definitely it will be difficult for you to charge. Because anywhere I stand, I will still enjoy the music. But if I come to an enclosed place, like he's doing it at Zoe Temple, come on the 20th of August, it's really enclosed. And the place is not free, so you have to charge. And the cost is also not free, you have to charge. So I understand, like you said, it's relative.
Those are the dynamics.
Those are the dynamics.
Okay.
And I think one thing I've come to understand is the fact that what the secular artists go in for in terms of different from what the gospel artists go in for. Because oftentimes when a secular program is going on, maybe a particular company will be a headline.
Exactly.
So they are more like, what am I gaining? What am I gaining? But the gospel is more like a spiritual work. And God will bless you in different ways.
But Nana, let me quickly say this. That we can also sit down and get the corporate organizations to know that we can give something back. You know,
Right.
even if we need them, we can return their money.
Okay.
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 You see?
Wow, you
Yes.
can do that.
Yes. Now,
Yeah.
so let me tell you something I'm doing right now. So somebody's giving me a huge sum of money. I have to sit down and tell him that we are going to return the money we're going to pay back in 2
Installments.
Yeah.
So I give him a date. The person is asking, how are you going to do that? I have to sit down. It's a proposal.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting down and then type everything, send it to him, the document form, get him to know with signatures and all of that.
Yeah.
With what we call the witnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do it because
Yeah.
he's telling me that now, if I give you this huge sum of money, I can't promise you that every year. So what I can do to help you is that I'll give you the money, go and organize the program, come and put the money back. Next year when you come, I'll give it back to you without interest. I mean, this is the doing of the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That really helps.
But the issue is entitlement.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a few minutes.
Yeah, so we need to talk about your event and yours as well. Yeah.
Yes. So KOFI has been organizing a lot of events. He's done
Yeah.
National Theatre.
Yeah.
He's done Kumasi. He's
Exactly.
live in Kumasi.
Exactly.
He's coming to Nkrai.
Yes, I'm going to Tema. I'm going to
Going to
Tema.
tell. Oh, you're coming to our side.
Yeah.
He's coming to our side.
Yeah, TM for life. Tema is it. Tema is Tema. Everybody's at Tema. Everybody. From to
We are from Tema. So.
On a very more serious note, I mean, I'm Kewa, Prophet Kewa, Dr. Kewa, So I've been to him last week and Neo Kai, all these emojis over there at Tema, a lot of people. Empress Gift even stays at Tema. Dan Hamilton. There's something about Tema. So I mean, it's happening on the 20th of August at 4 p.m.
Okay.
Yes, and the good news is that it's not for free.
That's very important. I'm happy to hear that.
Because we're
The
giving
gospel
you,
is not free.
we are giving you you see
Salvation is not
yes,
free.
the message in itself cannot be peddled. Real quick, the message in itself, but the logistics,
Yes.
We've been saying it for the upteen time,
Yeah.
We gospel no nyame assembly people first can to so. I don't know the money free.
Yeah.
But me na sorry, sorry. But it's not for free. So 20th of August, please. 60 cities single, 100 cities double, and 150 VIP, which comes with an experience before the program starts.
Makes sense.
So and those who've been to my program before, the VIP experience and what we do. You will not regret you did. So 20th, let's come and lose ourselves and give Jesus glory.
Okay, so
Fantastic.
if they want to get tickets or they want more information,
More information, just head to KOFI OWUSU PEPRAH on Instagram, KOFI OWUSU on Facebook, KOFI OWUSU PEPRAH and all there. Somebody said I should do my name KOP. That's when we talk about that later. But you can key in *725*, 7,000 hash. I repeat that, *725*, 7,000 hash. You follow the process. You can get it. God bless you.
So Nat has a new song. We played it earlier.
yeah.
Anuka.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Right? The
I know
name is heavy.
it's a Hebrew word, right?
It's a Hebrew word.
What does it mean?
Hanukkah means celebration of light.
Okay.
It's actually a festival that is being celebrated by
because
the Jews.
the name was familiar.
It's actually Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Yes.
Okay.
And they celebrate it by lighting a menorah. A menorah is a stand that has 8 candles on it. And
okay.
it's actually, they're trying to let it look like, like a light, celebration of light over darkness, victory over frustration and freedom over injustice. And actually, it's a celebration that the Jewish people really hold in high esteem. Yeah. So this song actually was my pastor who asked me to write a song about Hanukkah because he was coming to do a conference about it. And that was on a Thursday. And I was supposed to write and sing with the choir on a Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
Kudos to the choir then.
So I had to read about it and the time will not permit to talk about the historical antecedents about it. But it's all about God letting his people, triumph over darkness. And so through this song, we are believing that, people would celebrate. As we are also in a new month.
Yeah.
And the month of 8 is a new beginning. So we are praying that God, through this song, will let you have a new beginning to life, a new beginning to business, a new beginnings to your marriage, a new beginning to your finances, and everything that concerns you.
Thank you very much for joining us on the Table of Life. Today's your first time. I hope we'll have you more often. And Kofi, thank you. I mean, from here they are moving straight to greater works.
Wow. That's all.
So got a birthday shout, a special birthday shout out to Auntie ABBEY at Tudu. A happy birthday to you from all your friends. May the good Lord bless you and the joy that you have spreading from the past. And enjoy your day. Yes, Auntie ABBEY. So that's it.
All right, special good afternoon. Going out to Tricom Salon for my hair. You can follow them on TikTok and Instagram, Tricom Salon.
Okay, so it's all about the 2023 Ignite Media League Cup, and they are saying that it's not by mouth but by play. Don't be blue, but wear your crown of glory and come slay with us on the 5th of August 2023. It's all about the Ignite Media Cup League, a club fan-based tournament that is happening. Whether you are a Gun Blazing Gunners fan, whether you are the old ladies, all they are saying is that come and support. And this is happening at the Adringano AstroTurf Park 4 on the 5th of August 2023, and it's sponsored by Game Park Games. And Game Park Games is all about the moolah, it's all about the money. They are asking you if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be like a tycoon, remember that they have got you. They are Ghana's newest lottery game draw, live on Adam TV at 9 a.m., 12 p.m. and also 6 p.m. daily. All you have to do is pick your phones, your tablets and your computer, download the Game Park Games app on Play Store, or you can also visit them on their website www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946 on all network just to make some money. I mean, money is good, so just get involved. My name is Nanaya Tanwa, and I did this with Harriet Adi as well as Helen Anyeweja, aka Helen Care, Desmond Okrekodan. So this is the Starboy fading. And big shout outs to all our guests. And big shout outs to the production crew. Up next is Newsflash. Enjoy the rest of our program. Tomorrow we'll see you.